back in the spring when the COVID pandemic came into being, the Clerks Association issued, kind of a list of bullet points of, potential election law changes for and during the pandemic. And one of them was to forego the notary requirement during the pandemic because the election officials realized how difficult it might be for folks to obtain a notary in during this time. That being said, outside of the pandemic, I don't know that there would be a consensus amongst election officials in Missouri on that point. I think it's important for people to realize, though, how much of an outlier Missouri is in this regard. I think there are only 2 or 3 states that require notarization of absentee or mail ballots. But what's also really strange is that Missouri does not require the election officials to verify the signatures on the absentee ballots. Now, in St. Louis County, we do, and a lot of other counties, they do that, but it's not required by law. So I think something the legislature, the election committees in the House and Senate should maybe talk through or walk through is, does it make more sense to have a bipartisan team of election officials that have been trained in signature verification verify the signatures rather than an unsupervised notary who has just, filled some paperwork out online? I think that's a good question, but again, I want to emphasize that I don't think there's a consensus amongst election authorities on that, but Missouri is really an outlier in this regard.